The truth of a law of manifestation is much more complex than many people imagine. It's not just about thinking something in your mind and expecting it to come true. If you look at ancient wisdom and teachings passed down to us, you will see that manifestation is a sophisticated mechanism. One thing is clear, though: you can only manifest according to your true frequency. You cannot manifest what you are not. If you haven't reached a certain frequency but desire something that belongs to that frequency, all you are doing is transmitting a message of scarcity to your subconscious. In Bible, there is a principle that says, "What's the wicked fear will come upon them." The wicked, actually, we call it more low frequency. Oh, in modern time, we call it Morpheus law. Those who are self-centered, full of greed, anger, or ignorance. As Einstein once said, you cannot solve a problem with the same level of consciousness that created it. You must elevate your awareness to a higher frequency to see the way out and find solutions. For most people, what they fear is exactly what they manifest. The so-called Morpheus law, where what you fear is what happens. Different people experience manifestation differently. The law of manifestation is a reflection of your subconscious, which in turn reflects your true frequency. If your frequency is one of lack, you will attract more of the same. For instance, if you are emotionally lacking and seek love, you may attract toxic relationships. Similarly, if you are materially poor and lack the quality needed to accumulate wealth, such as diligence or cleverness, you will manifest more poverty. This is why many of the laws we think we understand are not as simple as they seem. We see only a small part of the whole picture. Many people believe they understand the law of manifestation, but they only see part of it. The law of manifestation has been misinterpreted, especially in today's world, where we often encounter fragmented information, detached from context, in the form of social media, snippets, or spiritual teachings. This fragmented information lacks steps, leaving us spiritually malnourished. Our souls can't truly benefit from second-hand knowledge or heresy. This is why in today's fast-paced world, people often lack patience. We need to slow down and focus on the ancient wisdom left by the sages. The law of manifestation applies not only at the individual level but also at the collective level, within companies or even entire nations or communities. If the collective or subconscious of a country is focused on low-frequency behaviors such as taking advantage of others, a country will manifest poverty. Observing impoverished countries often reveal that many people there are focused on self-interest, tricks, lacking empathy, dishonesty, or consideration for others. This also ties into the idea that being born in a certain country may be part of a soul's journey to heal or learn lessons. Many traditional spiritual teachings, such as those found in esoteric religions, speak of karmic circles, where our past actions influence our present circumstances. The most important thing influencing our manifestation is our karmic inheritance, our karma, which shapes what we are capable of manifestation. If our karma doesn't support our desires, no amount of effort will change our fate. Take Napoleon Hill, a father of success literature. In his book Think and Grow Rich, he claims that by thinking positively one can become wealthy. Many people read this and become excited, but only a few ever actually achieve wealth. In the later unpublished book titled Outwitting the Devil, Hill explains why many people fail to manifest their desires. They cannot practice the integration of thought and action. The people who truly change their fate are those with high spiritual frequency, those who achieve alignment between their thoughts and actions. These individuals are able to rise above their human flaws and develop the quality needed to raise their frequency. Asian teachings, whether from Taoism or Bible, have constantly emphasized that we must cultivate virtue to elevate our frequency. The selfish desires, greed, anger, ignorance, and arrogance are the root cause of suffering. These negative qualities prevent us from achieving freedom, eternal life, and peace. They are also the cause of the anxiety, depression, and suffering that plague our lives. The Bible story of Adam and Eve eating the forbidden fruit speaks to the moment when humans began to distinguish between good and evil based on self-interest. What benefits me is good, what harms me is bad. This narrow view is a form of dualistic thinking, which leads to confusion about right and wrong, good and evil. However, higher wisdom such as that found in Taoism and Kabbalah teaches that everything in the universe is inherently good. Even the challenges we face can be transformed into lessons if we learn from them. The universe is abundant, and when we see the world from the Creator's perspective, we understand that even the bad things are part of a greater good. But when we are trapped in narrow self-centered dualism, we become victims of our own desires. We begin to see problems everywhere and fail to understand the deeper interconnected nature of the universe. The true law of manifestation is not as simple as we think. If it were, we would see a much more equal distribution of wealth and abundance across the world. Why are so many people still struggling, despite this law supposedly being so effective? The truth is that the world is far more complex than we realize. Manifestation does not operate on a simple if-then basis. Our fate is determined by the karmic bank account we've built. If we don't have enough deposits, we cannot withdraw anything. We cannot manifest from an empty account. This is why many people who suddenly come into wealth, such as lottery winners, often end up in ruin. They have not cultivated the qualities necessary to handle their new fortune. Wealth, in this case, is like a vessel that requires the right frequency to hold it. If the vessel is broken, it can't hold anything. Therefore, before seeking to manifest, we must first ensure that we are spiritually and energetically aligned with what we desire. The true mission of life is to heal the soul, to cleansing ourselves of the darkness within and transform it into light. As we heal ourselves, we also contribute to the healing of our communities and the nations. When we elevate our consciousness, we help raise the collective subconscious frequency. This is why spiritual teachings like those found in Taoism and the Bible are just to purify ourselves and contribute to the greater good. In doing so, we prepare ourselves to manifest abundance, not just for ourselves, but for the world around us. In conclusion, manifestation is not about simply thinking something into existence. It's about aligning with a frequency that can attract what we truly desire. It's about being ready to receive by transforming our own energy, thoughts, and actions. When we do this, we become capable of manifesting not just personal abundance, but also contributing to the collective healing of humanity.